said, I'm going to kick it over in the meantime to Mr. Andre English. Mr. Andre English, if you can go ahead and maybe just do some product introductions for us, kind of run through some of the things for us as we go ahead and just check in on Justin, make sure him and his father are okay. And we'll keep the ball rolling for today, you guys. So, Mr. Andre English, if you can go ahead and kick this over, I'll check in on Justin, make sure we're all good, and we'll continue guys on with the training today.
Absolutely, absolutely. Listen, first off, guys, could you all give Nafeez some love in the chat? Go ahead and throw some 111s in the chat. He did a fantastic job giving us an academy overview. And I'm going to go ahead and you know what? Winners adjust. And obviously, our prayers go up to Justin Sandy and his family. Hopefully, his father is okay. We want to make sure that that's what this whole thing is about, right? That's what we're doing this for, is to be able to be put in a position where we don't have to have anybody telling us what to do, when to do it, and why to do it, so that when emergencies take place with our family, our friends, our loved ones, that we can be present. So I'm excited for him that he's been able to trade himself into a position to be able to do that. But our prayers do go out to him and his family, because he was on the call. As a matter of fact, he was one of the first 3 people on the call today. So I know he was excited about sharing with us. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and for those of you who are new to the call, and for those of you who also might be part of the academy but might not know some of the incredible products that we have, I'm going to just go ahead and do a quick product overview. And so what that means is that we're not going to do an incredibly deep dive into all of these products, right? Because throughout the month, we have some trainings going on that we do as a team that will give you more access and more information to how exactly these products work. But what I do want to show you is some of the things that if you're new, or like I said, if you're already a part of our organization, that you could be able to take advantage of. Some things that you can leverage in order to help position you and your family into a better place. Is that okay with everybody? So what I'm going to do real quick is I'm going to go ahead and share my screen, if you don't mind. And can everybody see my screen right here? Are we all good? All right, we're all good. So obviously we have our multiple academies, right? We have our multiple academies that Nafeez just discussed. The FRX Academy, which deals with traditional Forex. Our High Frequency Academy, which deals with binary options. Our Digital Currency Academy, which deals with cryptocurrency. And of course, we have our E-commerce Academy that deals with that would be an academy that deals with drop shipping. So real quick, what I want to do is jump into our FRX and our DCX packages, and then I'll also spend a few minutes for those of you outside of Canada who also are able to look at HFX. So when we come down here, you'll notice one of the cool things that we have is that our academy is laid out beautifully, easy to understand and easy to access. And so we'll just click on strategies. And as we do that, we can come down here and you'll see that each academy has a variety of different strategies available to help you succeed. Now, some of these strategies are software and some of these strategies are actually apps, okay? So one of the things that comes directly with your package as an FRX student is something called the harmonic scanner. So if we were to click on that, you'll be able to see that what this is going to do is it's going to spit out somewhere around 200 profitable trade ideas per week that you can take, and it's going to be all based off of harmonic patterns. All right, harmonic patterns in the market. Now, if all of this looks Greek to you, if it looks like an EKG machine, if you're new, don't worry. It did like that to me too. The first time I saw this, I was like, what is this, man? Is this like, it's already making my heart palpitate, right? And so some people, I understand it, but don't worry, it does not take long to understand these concepts. And my purpose today is not to show you the concept, but just let you know that there's some tools that are available to help you be able to take some trades. Now, what I love about this is that they give you the entire setup. They tell you when you should enter, they tell you what your stop loss should be, and they tell you what you should do for your take profits. They do it on a variety of different time frames, whether it's a 15-minute trade, a 30-minute trade, an hour, 4-hour, or daily. And it absolutely is a fantastic tool to be able to help you out. This was the first product that we had as an academy. This is the basis of what helped us grow our company and helped us teach people how to be profitable in the markets 8 years ago, and it still works today, and it's still incredibly beneficial for those who want to learn this particular strategy. For those of you who don't know, take profit just means what it sounds like. It means that we're going to take our profits and we're going to take it out of the market and put it into our bank account or into our trading account. And stop loss means basically, if the trade goes the wrong way, we're going to mitigate our risk. We're going to get out of the trade early, stop our losses, so that we can get back into a trade when it's most profitable and beneficial for us. And this software outlines all of that for you. Excuse me. Another thing that we have is we have, let's look at a couple different ones that are on here. We have actually DeLorean. This is another incredible software. And what this is going to do is this is a strategy put together by a couple of our different educators, and it is going to spit out probably 100 trades a week also. Excuse me. And right now the market is closed, so you can't see actually how the setups come up. But basically what it does is it gives you an up or down arrow telling you whether or not you should take the trade. And then there's 2 additional steps that you have to follow. They're all visual steps that are very easy to learn, that lets you know whether or not that should be a trade that you can take. And you can see it has a variety of different currency pairs within it that it monitors. Okay. One of our newer strategies within this space, and I'll come to this in a second, but the other thing is we do have apps. One of them is Swipe Trades. Now, Swipe Trades, what this is simply an app that comes to your phone, and it is going to send you several different trade ideas, usually per day. And basically what you're allowed to do is then copy the information from the app from there to your MetaTrader 4, which is an app that most traders trade off of on your phone. And so you're going to copy the entry price, you're going to copy the take profit and the stop loss, and you just copy and paste. What's beautiful about those is that those are coming from some of our best traders. And what they do is they send out some trade ideas that you can potentially take if you wanted to through the apps. And then all of a sudden you can just copy and paste that. What that means is that you do not have to sit there and monitor the market all day. You can put those trades in. Usually they're what called swing trades, meaning that the trades are going to take a couple days to set up. And then there you go. You're in the market. You're making money. Excuse me. Gold Cup is another one of those apps, and it focuses on gold. All right. Now, one of my favorite ones is something that we might get into more today, but I'll just show it to you real briefly, and that is Colors. This is our newest software. This is an absolutely incredible program because what it does is it simply, again, the market is closed, but it simply says, hey, listen, all I want you to do is line up the colors that are on the chart. So it tells you, hey, listen, if I have a red line, a red arrow, a red triangle, red here, red here, red here, I take the trade. So all you're doing is visually lining up the colors. Red, 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 take a trade. Right here, you see this right here, AUDCHF, green, 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 4 of them, take the trade, right, as a buy, right? So all you're doing is lining up the colors. It is fantastic because what it's also going to teach you is the fundamentals of trading that have to do with market structure, support and resistance, and how to really benefit in the market. And it works on all time frames in every single pair, okay? One of the great things about strategies is that a strategy, you know it's a strategy if it doesn't just work on one pair. If it works on every pair and every time frame, then that's a real strategy. And so what we have right here is an incredible strategy called Colors. This thing right here, you're going to hear more about it. We have some experts on the team who have already taken a deep dive, who have already started to master this particular trading platform. You guys are going to be getting trades from this. This is going to be absolutely amazing. And so that is Colors. Now, real quick, we'll take a deep look here into our HFX platform. HFX, you actually have Liberty that actually comes with your HFX subscription. That is a software. And if we clicked on Liberty, what you'd find is that there's several different softwares within there, several different scanners here. So let's look here. Several different strategies. We have Simple Scalper, Pickpocket, and Web Slinger. All of them are designed for a different type of market. Okay, so Simple Scalper is really designed for a consolidating market, which means the market, instead of going up and down in big swings, is actually going sideways. Okay, and then we have Web Slinger, and that's when the market is moving either quickly up or quickly down. It's called an impulse. It's an impulsing market. And these things right here actually tell you, as you can see, when to get into the opportunity. Sell, 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 sell. And again, they cover a variety of different currency pairs. They actually tell you when to get into the market. There's a few more things that are involved, but all of the education comes from our educators to teach you how to use these particular strategies and these particular softwares. Now, one of the other things that's really popular is our Hourglass software. This right here actually comes with one of our most popular products, period, and that is something called Cash Trap. And Cash Trap makes trading in the binary option space, okay? Binary options are time-based trades as simple as following an up and down arrow. Now, right now, the market is closed, so you see no arrow, but basically there's some strategies, some guidelines to the strategy, and all you got to do is follow the arrow, and it's going to give you a score whether or not to take the trade. The lower the score, the worse the trade. The higher the score, the better probability that that trade will be successful. So here's what makes this awesome, is that you could literally be on your lunch break, and you can literally take out 15 minutes, 20 minutes, watch some videos, educating yourself how to use this software, and you can immediately begin to understand and apply the software, leveraging this into your life, so that even when you are away from the educator, see, this is the thing that makes this software powerful. Even when you are away from the educator, it empowers you to be able to get into the market and be able to take trades on the time that's most conducive for you to trade. And the thing about it is you're leveraging an app designed by our top educators that's going to position you to be profitable even when you're not trading with them. Okay, so these are what these softwares do. They're absolutely amazing. And then lastly, in our DCX Academy, we actually have harmonics as well, but we actually have something called Swipe Coin, which is an app that's going to show you a variety of different trades. Okay, that are going to come from some of our top traders in the world. Now, we have someone by the name of Crypto Picasso, who is literally one of the top Bitcoin traders on planet Earth. He will actually put some trade ideas in the chat on the currency pair of Bitcoin, where you can actually take trades on Bitcoin. Now, most people don't know this. Most people, when it comes to cryptocurrency, you think that you're buying the currency and you're holding the currency, hoping that it goes up. And if it goes down, oftentimes people panic and sell it, even though they should hold it. But that's basically what most people think, is that I got to buy the currency and wait for it to go up. I got to buy Bitcoin and wait for it to go up to make money. But you can actually make money on the individual plays of Bitcoin as it moves up or down by actually trading Bitcoin, okay? Just like you trade any other foreign exchange pair. And so what happens is we have one of the top traders in the world, documented and vetted, right, who's actually going to put some trade ideas on Bitcoin in that space. We have another gentleman by Nick Gomez who's actually going to put some trade ideas on a currency called XRP, or a cryptocurrency called XRP, which is Ripple, okay? Highly profitable trade ideas every month that are going to be able to give you the opportunity to get in the market, make money, okay? Then on top of that, we also have an area within this app, okay, on the phone, where we have our top altcoin expert. His name is Curtis Cobain, and he's actually going to put in the chat and mark up some charts and let you know when you should be buying or selling some of your altcoins. So these are your investment portfolio portion of things, right? And he's going to let you know, hey, listen, we should probably get out of this here. We should be buying down here, right? So that you can maximize your portfolio as you begin to build wealth in that way as well. So the DCX Academy is absolutely incredible because it is doing those two things. It's teaching you how to master the skill of trading the asset, and it's teaching you how to build out an investment portfolio by buying the asset. Y'all get that? Buying the asset and trading the asset. Now, the beautiful thing about trading the asset is that also allows you to accumulate more capital to do what? More capital to do what? Buy the asset. So for those of you who are like, man, I don't have enough money to buy a Bitcoin, or I don't have enough money to buy an Ethereum, it's okay. You can buy it in portions. It's like fractional ownership, right? You can buy Satoshis, you can buy portions. But what you can do is you can begin to trade, all right, build up an account and use your profits to buy more of the asset that you want to buy, because you know that cryptocurrency is the future. So this is a double bang for your buck, so to speak, within this thing right here. And Swipe Coin is an incredible app. And then Swipe Coin Scalper, what it's going to do is it's going to send out even more trade ideas based on an algorithm that our educators have come up with. When price moves a certain way in the market, it's going to send a trade idea right to your phone. All you have to do is look at it, and then boom, you can move on from there. So that right there is actually covering the academies and some of, not all of, but some of the strategies that are available. What I can tell you is that our educators are highly successful. The strategies that we have over or around 200 educators. You see, we don't have 200 strategies, which means we've picked and choose the best educators, the best strategies that are available in order to help our students have the most optimal opportunity to succeed in the market. And that's what we've put together. And so that's just covering a little bit about the strategies that we have. I hope that makes sense. I didn't want to take a lot of time. Again, during the month, we're going to do some deeper dives on those strategies. We might have some more conversation on that color strategy today. I'm not sure what the full schedule is, but what I can tell you is that I know that Desica, we have Miss Desica Lau, who is one of our colors experts, who's going to be doing some training on that this upcoming week. You will not want to miss that, because colors is a strategy that is as easy as lining up colors. Can red, 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 sell. Green, 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 buy. Like, you can't get much easier than that, folks. Absolutely phenomenal. So I'm going to go ahead and pass it. Am I passing it back to you, Nafeez? I'm going to go ahead and pass it back to Nafeez. Thank you, guys. I appreciate your time.
Awesome, Dre. Thank you so much for going over those products and services for us, you guys. For those of you guys that are here and really are excited about learning and mastering the skill, that just gives you an insight of how much more things we have and how much more value you get in the program. Now, this is the one thing that I will mention, you guys. It's all about winning here. So when you come to our academy and you see all these products and services that we teach you about, we're here to kind of adapt you to what is the best fit for you and find you that strategy so you can start having success with right away. And definitely, guys, the trainings, we're going to talk about a little bit more on in-depth trainings so you can learn more about this stuff. So with that being said, let's go ahead and kick over to our next topic here in today's training, you guys. And we're going to talk about the mindset of an entrepreneur and the mindset of a trader, okay? This is where we want to really gear our conversation, you guys, to be going into the things that we really want to go ahead and make sure people understand the most, okay? People really get a chance to see and grasp where they can go ahead and have massive success. How many people agree success is truly starts with having the right mindset? If you guys agree with me, put a 111 in the chat box, okay? See, one thing I know is so many people, you guys, they want more, they desire more, but for a lot of people, I don't know if you've ever heard this before, if anybody's ever said this before, everything is created within the mind. All of your success starts here. Everything that you want in life is going to come in through your mindset. So let's quickly talk about mindset in so many ways, okay? See, what I learned from one of my mentors was this: Nafeez, when you are learning a skill, when you're building a business, what you got to learn is how to have an intensity, but you got to be patient with your results. You got to have an intensity to grow something, and you're going to go ahead, have massive results. Now, guys, this thing in trading, let's talk about trading for a second. Trading, guys, is truly the art of mastering your own emotions. How many people agree we let our emotions tend to get the best of us? Today, we live in a world where we hear so many people having success that we want what we like to call overnight success. But how many people here can agree nobody in this world is truly an overnight success? How many people agree with me on that? Put a 222 in the chat box if you agree nobody in life is an overnight success. See, everybody I know that's ever achieved growth, that has been dedicated to the craft, they felt passionate about what they did. They made it a priority to stay focused and go ahead and do this. So let's talk about this in the mindset frame of things. One, when you come into the academy, guys, what's going to determine your success is some very, very simple qualities, okay? One, being a bit fearless. I know it's hard, but you guys, you got to be fearless at the beginning. Two, you got to be disciplined. You're going to have to create a successful routine for yourself. And then three, you've got to be patient with the growth and the learning curve that you're going to have. These three things in accompaniment of participating in the program will build your confidence. Now, guys, let me ask you a question. Every single time you win here at the academy, does it build your confidence? If you win by going out there and doing anything in the program, it's going to allow you to have a lot of success. So here's what I want you to understand. See, there's 3 pillars. We talked about this last night on our advanced leadership training. There are 3 things that you need to learn how to master. 1, the academy, understanding the products, the services, what the academy does and doesn't provide, so you know how to leverage it so you can go ahead and make money from it. The day you've mastered the academy is the day you'll forever get paid from this program. How many people agree with me on this? Okay. If you guys agree with me on this one, you know what I'm talking about, because those of you guys having success, you know, you found in the academy what it is that you want most from it. And now it's paying you on a daily basis by being able to plug in and rather leverage the skill. Number 2, the second thing that you need to master is yourself. See, guys, the person we are today has nothing to do with the person that we're becoming. So you need to go ahead and stop thinking about who you are today and start creating the image and the idea of who you are as a millionaire, as someone that is successful at trading, as someone that's successful at being a chairman. And ask yourself, would you as a chairman be doing some of the things that you do now? See, guys, reflecting on who you're becoming is one of the basics. See, nobody knows you better than you. Nobody can tell you how to work harder than you. Nobody can have and desire more success better than you. So what do you got to do? You got to go to making sure that you have an action plan. Time management is one of the skills that you're going to need to know. Another skill that you're going to need to know, you guys, is going ahead and making sure you guide yourself. You know, making sure that you plug into the right aspects. But when we're building the business, you guys, there is a third category, a third pillar that is so important. And that's understanding people, understanding others, getting to become a mentor and coach for others. See, guys, mentorship and coaching others, believe it or not, is actually one of the easiest things in the world. If you can realize, 1, you must be a good follower. You can go ahead and learn from the academy, follow and participate in the program. You got to show up. But here's the second part. By going truly being a great follower, you're going to go out there and execute and understand the people that you're going to get a chance to work with and help. So guys, here's what I want you to know. Okay. When you start in this program, I want you to know about the things that maybe aren't apparent to you today, because today it seems like opportunity is in abundance for us to be able to find, but so little people are having massive success unless they are able to understand these pillars. So here's what I want you to know. Did you guys know that trading about, let's just say about 10 years ago, okay, it would have cost you $1 million to even get into this industry? And that means that's just for you to participate in the industry. That still means you had no mentorship, no education, no guidance. How many people agree that today people are buying franchises and businesses for $500,000, $250,000, $1 million? Okay. Now, guys, let me ask you a question. I know our academy is very affordable. Even when it comes to trading, you can start off with such little capital. It makes it so this opportunity is absolutely something for everybody. But in performance-driven opportunities, you guys, what separates you from the rest and you being someone that's attracting the right type of people and growing massively is your ability to understand the value that we provide. So if you understand trading used to cost $1 million, there was no mentorship, no education, and people didn't want to see you in, but people were still taking that risk as somebody about 10 years ago. This opportunity today is absolutely insane because we have finally got the low entry barrier access of this industry. Plus, you've got the capability of making $1 million. How many people understand in business today, those of you guys that are entrepreneurs, that typically to start a business, it costs a lot more than about $1,000 to start? Okay. And if you had a business that costs a lot more than $1,000, there are certain caps that you're going to get into, certain caps of how much money you can make, how much money you could do, what is your territory, what is your customer base, what it is. In the academy, guys, here's what I need you to do. I need you to pretend like day one, you just put all your life savings into the academy, even though you didn't. Okay. Even though you didn't, even though they guide you to say, start off small. Because why? It's the way that you treat this business that it becomes what it is you treat it. So guys, here's the biggest thing that I want to tell you. When you look at this business and the opportunity it gives, just so you know, there are students that have made 8 figures that are in the same program as us. And the one thing that I've noticed that anybody that has massive success is they act and they treat the business completely as if it is an 8-figure business. So guys, for a while, ask yourself this question. Do you treat this business as if it's going to be an 8-figure business for you? Yes, it's an 8-figure business for many others, but are you treating it as an 8-figure business? If it was an 8-figure business, what would you be doing? What would a commitment would you be having? Would you really be making things optional as far as how you operate within the program? What is it that you desire? And that's what it is. And so, guys, that actually comes into our next conversation. Now that you know that this is an 8-figure business or higher, it's all about the desire. And this is the one thing that I'm going to tell you about in the success of becoming a millionaire. There's a formula, and this is the exact formula for you to become a multi-millionaire today. And it is desire plus skills times faith equals massive success. I'm going to say that again. Desire plus skills times faith equals a multi-million dollar life, an absolutely incredible life. See, as an entrepreneur, you guys, you first have to have the desire. So you got to ask yourself this question. What is it that you desire most? Guys, participate with me in the chat box. Right now, what is the one thing in life, if you had the capability of getting asked an opportunity, and it wasn't a lump sum of money, nobody was a genie here giving you a lump sum of money, but what would be the one thing in your life that you desire the biggest change of? Would it be quitting your job? Would it be retiring a spouse, mother, father, brother, sister? Would it be getting out of debt? Would it be buying a home, buying your dream home? Would it be getting a car? What is it that you're dreaming about? See, guys, you need to come back into having dreaming, because if you're not dreaming about what it is that you want, guess what? You're not driving yourself to go out there and get it. And when you have found an opportunity in a vehicle like this, desire is the key fundamental of your success. I've noticed that people's success here is truly equated to the desire they have. Because when you have a high desire, now it becomes focusing on the skills. See, there's skills that we're going to talk about in the business. I'm going to have Andre come up and talk a little bit about the 7 skills that you need to know about on top of learning how to trade that'll help you go ahead and build a multiple 7, 8-figure business. But when you go talk about the skills, now you got to understand skills are not talents. Skills is something anybody can learn. See, my mentor said this to me. Nafeez, the brokest thing people have today is they cannot even pay attention. The brokest thing people have today is they cannot pay attention because they are so broke inside when they have someone in front of them telling them what to do. And this is the critical aspect of success. See, skills, the greatest part is how many people agree? You saw me do a presentation today. Could you learn how to present just like me? I told exactly what I said. Put a 222 in the chat box. If you agree, if you practice, you learned, you showed up, you listened, you can also present just like I can. You can train and just become like a top trainer of our program, just like many of our trainers do by learning and listening on how they do this. And then, guys, it goes to a whole new level when we talk about trading and building the business. But guys, as much as you have the desire, you have the skills that we're going to talk about in a second, the faith is the biggest part. How many people agree vision is being able to see something that people do not see with their own eyes? Okay. Vision is something that is not something that you can see in front of you. Vision is a bigger picture. Vision is the faith of your ability to grow and create something incredible for you and your family and society and everybody you impact. Guys, your success is going to come when you figure out that formula. What is the level of desire you have that drives you to learn the skills that you need, that drives you every single day to put your head down and focus on what it is you want? You want to be a chairman, you got to have it dialed in that you are showing up to everything that can help you become a chairman. You want to become a top trader, you got to go ahead and show up to everything that it is that we're going to go ahead and help you become a top trader. Showing up is number one. Okay. Number one, showing up is number one. Number two, you guys, is always always taking notes and learning from the people that you're learning from. And number three, you guys, it's the hardest thing, is being fearless when it comes to going out there and doing it now on your own. You got to go out there and you got to learn how to present. You're going to learn how to be able to learn about the skills. You're going to learn about how to trade. You're going to learn how to teach in front of people, you guys. And it's going to make a big difference in your business. So with that being said, you guys, that's a little bit about the mindset. I want to kick it back over to Andre. If you could quickly just touch base on the 7 skills that require someone to become a multiple 6-7 figure earner here in the program. And especially in this industry of direct sales and network marketing, that would be incredible, brother. If you can go ahead and touch base on that with your experience, we'd love for you to do that. Go ahead, Andre.
Absolutely, bro. Thank you so much. Listen, guys, first off, everybody take a second, man. Just take it. We've been on for like an hour. Everybody take a quick second, maybe stretch out, get yourself ready. You know, just take a quick second, man. Just woosah, grab some water, get a drink like Nafeez right there. You know, whatever it is that you got to do, just take a quick second, because I don't want you to miss anything, right? And sometimes what happens, we're on a Zoom, there's a lot of stuff going on. We're in our house. It's not like we're at an event like a you know, place, a hotel where you're just sitting. So sometimes a lot of distractions can come out. But did y'all catch the nuggets? Like, that chat should be blowing up, man. Nafeez just dropped some nuggets after nuggets after nuggets. Anyway, desire plus skill times faith equals massive success, right? Anyway, folks, what I'm going to do real quick is I'm going to jump into the 7 skills of becoming a network marketing professional. For those of you who don't know, there's an incredible book called Go Pro by a man by the name of Eric Worre, who's made upwards of $20 million in this space in his career. And one of the things that he is famous for is actually taking network marketing and coming up with some skills that can make it an actual profession. Just like you have an accountant, you have a lawyer, you have doctors, you know, you have different professions in the world. Well, network marketing is a profession. In fact, there's actually places in the world where network marketing is literally considered a profession. Like in Korea, you can actually go and they actually have like malls, and all the different companies are set up, and like you can go into the mall and like apply to be a part of, like, you can become, it's like a profession, right? Just like anything that you guys do. So what we want to do is be able to help you up those skills, because there's a difference between being an amateur or a hobby and being a professional. Let me give you an example. It's the NBA finals right now, right? And right now the NBA is going on, and you guys, if you guys follow sports, any sport, right, you'll watch a game and you'll be like, dude, that dude's a bum. He can't shoot. And you know, why is he so terrible? Do you guys realize that every professional athlete is like 1,000,000 times better than you, right? Like, you understand what I'm saying? Like, that dude who can't shoot in the game will sit there and hit 40 in a row in practice, right? That same guy, right? Because there's a difference. Their skill level is so much higher, right? And so what we want to do is we want to elevate from being a YMCA network marketer, right? You know, the guy who plays basketball at the YMCA and he's the best guy at the YMCA, but he does it as a hobby and doesn't make any money. In fact, it just costs him money because he buys new sneakers and new equipment and all kinds of stuff, right? To actually becoming a professional where you can actually make this thing pay you out. Okay, so what I want to do real quick is I'm going to share my screen again with just a quick PowerPoint, because I figured a PowerPoint would be a little easier than having me just discuss it with you guys. Is that okay? All right, so these are the 7 steps. Again, guys, we don't have a lot of time on today's call, so I'm going to do a quick overview of this. I'm going to just talk. Can everybody see my screen, by the way? Let me see. Did I lose you guys?
Yeah.
You guys can see?
No, you got to share your screen again, bro. Go ahead.
Okay, let me do it again real quick. I don't know what happened. Let's see here. Go back here. Share screen. How about we just do it like this? And then we pull it up here. Can you guys see my screen now?
Mm-hmm.
Can you see it now if I do this?
Yes, we can.
Okay. So what I want to do here is just run through these quick steps, okay? This is not going to be a deep dive. Listen, the purpose here is just to give you guys a quick overview. But throughout the month, we have been so blessed and fortunate to have some incredible IBO trainings being put on by our chairman and our top leaders who are helping you grow your skills as an IBO. So we're going to just cover this real quick. But then again, we're going to be able to allow you guys throughout the month to participate in the programs that we have so that you can really develop this skill set. So the 7 steps are simple. 1 is finding prospects. 2 is inviting your prospects to understand your product or your opportunity. 3 is presenting. 4 is following up. 5 is helping your prospects become customers or distributors. 6 is helping your new distributor get started right. And 7 is promoting events. So we only have about 15 minutes or less to cover this topic, so we're going to jump in real fast, okay? So the first thing is, how do we find prospects? Well, listen, I know there's a lot of stuff, guys, on the internet that says, hey, listen, your upline, he probably told you to make a list. He never made a list. Why don't you go ahead and click on my funnel, and I'm going to teach you how to create a funnel that's going to get customer. Nonsense. Okay, I'm not saying that funnels don't work. You can apply those, but we still want to use the fundamentals, the tried and true that has worked for the 60 or 70-year career of what network marketing has been. Every great leader made a list. Okay, you see Randy and Wanda Webb. Have you ever seen their list? Randy's got a book of 1,000 people's names written down on a list. He's printed out his Facebook book, his Facebook list. Right? They have a list, right? Because why? Because people are the natural resources that make our company go. People are the natural resources that make your company go, right? So without people, then your business is out of business. Now, here's the secret. Most people get confused here. Without people, every business is out of business, okay? So we want to be able to attract people to our business. We want to be able to attract customers to our business. Now, here's the irony. A lot of times when we get started in this industry, they say make a list, and you're nervous to tell your family, your friends, or anybody like that about the particular opportunity, okay? But I guarantee you, if you had gone to your wife and you told her, hey, listen, my cupcake recipe is the best in the world. Everybody wants to order my cupcakes all the time. I'm going to withdraw $50,000 out of my 401k, and I'm going to start a cupcake business, or I'm going to start a law firm, or I'm going to start a CPA firm on the side, whatever it is. I guarantee you the very first people that you would pick up the phone for is your family and friends and say, hey, listen, Nafeez, I just started a cupcake business. Hey, listen, I know you guys are doing some events up there in Canada. Hey, listen, would you mind ordering my cupcakes? Every single person would do that. But when it comes to our industry, all of a sudden it's like, whoa. So what we want you to do is we want you to start with just the basics. Make a list. And we're going to divide your list simply into 3 just simple things. Your A list, that's your hot market. Those are the people that know you the best, okay? That know you the best. Those are your family, your friends, your loved ones. You go over to their house, they come over to your house, you see them on vacation, you take trips with them, whatever it may be. Your friends and family, that's your A list. That's the most important list, because out of that list, you're going to score a few people that like you, trust you, and respect you enough to join what it is that you're doing, okay? Your B list is people that are acquaintances, okay? So this might be someone, maybe it's a coworker, or maybe you go down to the same deli and bodega and get a sandwich for lunch, and you know the guy John and he knows you, but you don't really know John, but y'all know each other from that particular space. John's name goes on the list. Maybe it's your B list is people from high school, right? Who you remember, they remember you. You see them on FaceTime every once in a while, but y'all haven't met in person in 20 years, but that's your B list, okay? And then your C list is just simply friends that you haven't had the opportunity to meet yet. Now the C list, they call it cold contacts. I don't really like that, because they're friends that you haven't had the opportunity to meet yet. How many people agree, by throwing a 111 in the chat, that some of the people that you've met who have joined your network marketing business might not have ever been friends of yours previous, but now they're some of the best friends of your life, right? All of a sudden, you've built relationships with these people, right? And so they're friends that you haven't met yet. Now, the cool thing is your C list is always way bigger than your A or B list, because there's more people that you don't know than there is the people that you do know. But what most people do where they make a mistake is they start by trying to build off their C list rather than their A and B list, okay? So let's just go ahead and run through our A list first, our B list, and then get to our C list, all right? And I can go into this a little more, but we're not gonna be able to do that on this particular call. And then the last thing in terms of making a list or tracking, finding prospects, is really using social media. Back in the day, I'm an ancient MLM warrior here. Back in the day, I used to go into the mall and I used to look around and I used to stalk people and say, he looks sharp right there. And I used to go up there and I spear him. I say, hey, bro, you look real sharp. Give me your name and number, right? We don't have to necessarily do that today. This is where social media can come into play, right? Where we can actually use that to attract people to us. We can use some attraction marketing. We have some people on the team who are fantastic at that. Desica is another one who's really fantastic with social media, attracting people. Nafeez posts regularly. He's attracting customers. Randy and Wanda attract customers all the time to them. So we have people that you can model of how to do it properly. So if your social media right now isn't garnering the same kind of success and attracting customers, why not model some of the people in our organization who you know are having some success, all right? Second thing is you want to invite the prospects. You want to invite them to your opportunity, right? To understand what your product is about or what your opportunity is about. So just real quick, a 4-step invite. We don't really want to do this necessarily by text. It's always best to pick up the phone, right? Unless the person that you're talking to is someone that you never pick up the phone and call, but you only text. But really, you really want to pick up the phone. And here's the 4 steps. You just want to be in a hurry. Hey, bro, I don't have a lot of time right now. I'm about to jump into the job, but, right? You want to be in a hurry, okay? Second thing is you want to clear the date. Hey, listen, man, are you free tonight at 7 p.m.? Okay? If they say yes, you move on to the next step. If they say no, you say, no problem, bro. Thanks for your time, man. I got to go. We'll catch up later, and hang up the phone. Why? Because you're going to pique curiosity. Because all of a sudden, Nafeez is going to go, what was Dre calling me about? So the next time that you call, he's going to have some time. Okay? You don't sit there and just vomit out the mouth and try to explain everything to them on the invite. We're just inviting them to see the opportunity. Third, you want to be excited. Okay? If normally you're not an excitable person and you call someone with some excitement and some energy behind it, they're going to be curious as to what's going on. And then lastly, you're going to confirm the date. So if they say they're available at 7, you have a lot of enthusiasm. Hey, listen, man, I'm really excited that you're available at 7. I'm going to do something that's going to change your life tonight. I cannot believe that you have the opportunity to see what I'm going to show you. What I want you to do is I want you to be available at 7 o'clock. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to send you a link 10 minutes before. So real quick, just to confirm, you're available at 7 tonight? Yes, bro. Great. Boom. You hang up the phone. Okay. So that's it. You've booked an appointment. Just that simple. Okay. All right. And then the last thing is don't be weird. All right. Don't be weird. Scripts are powerful. Okay. But if you normally like, let's say Dinesh and I have a real vibe. Let's say if I was in Canada, right? Normally Dinesh and I would be friends naturally. Right. And so normally Dinesh is like, yo, just pass through the house. Or if I call him up, I'm like, yo, Dinesh, you home? And he's like, yeah. I'm coming by. Right. So here's the thing. A lot of times people make it really, really weird because they change the thing. And then that sets off the antenna for all of their friends and family, right? Like, what's going on? This is weird. Because instead of calling up Dinesh like you normally would and saying, hey, Dinesh, are you home? Cool. I'm coming by. And then when you get there, you just show Dinesh 15-minute overview. Naturally, this is what I'm excited about. All of a sudden, you've done this. You called them up and you're reading off a script. Hey, Dinesh. How are you doing today? Good. Hey, listen, I have a friend that I partnered up with to do business, and he told me that I needed to reach out to some of the most successful people I know. Dinesh is looking at the phone like, what are you talking about, bro? You just borrowed $20 from me last week, right? So what you want to do is you don't want to make it weird. So if you have a relationship with people, if normally you meet your girlfriend for coffee on Tuesdays, say, hey, listen, are we still on for texting her? Are we still on for coffee on Tuesday? Yes, great. I got something excited to share with you. Can't wait to see you then. You just booked an appointment, okay? So what you want to do is just do what you can to get your prospects in front of the opportunity, okay? Does that make sense? Is everybody with me? Throw some 111s in the chat. All right? Next is simple. You just want to show the plan. You want to expose people to the opportunity, right? Show the plan, whether it's a one-on-one, a quick 15-minute one-on-one, whether you invite them up to a Zoom presentation, or whether you're doing, as the world opens back up, whether or not you're doing sort of a hotel open opportunity meeting, whatever it is, you want to be able to expose your new prospects to the opportunity, whether you send them a video, whatever it is that you're doing and that your leader is teaching you as to how to expose people, That's what you want to do. You want to make sure that you show the plan. What I can tell you is that you get paid more, right? You get paid more if you know how to show the plan yourself. Now, here's the thing. Has anybody registered as an IBO yet? Anybody registered as an IBO yet? See, when you register for an IBO, it says IBO, and it stands for Independent Business Owner. Huh, that's a funny word, right? Independent, okay? An independent business owner. Now, if the only way you can show the plan is you have to get on Nafeez's calendar, that means you are a dependent business owner. If the only way the plan gets shown is if Jessica has time to show it for you that day, you are a dependent business owner. Now, it's okay to start there, but what you want to do is grow yourself to an independent business owner. If the only way someone gets trained on your team is if Edwin Pinder does the training, right? You're a dependent business owner. All right. So what we want you to do is we want you to be able to graduate in that realm and show the plan. They say the person who holds the clicker gets paid quicker, right? Okay. All right. Follow up with your prospects. All right. They say the fortune is in the follow-up. Am I right? The fortune is in the follow. Let me give you a real example of this. This just happened to me recently. Okay. Like this week. Okay. So there's a guy who I had contacted years ago in my old town in Texas. All right. We never united about seeing the plan to that old opportunity. I mean, when I say years ago, I mean probably like 7, 8 years ago. I followed up with him real quick when I got started here in this opportunity. He didn't meet with me, but because I'd already followed up, it'd been years, I didn't continually follow up with him. I didn't continually follow up with him like I should. I didn't have a system that says, hey, let me check in with this guy every month or every 2 months or 3 months or whatever your system calls for. All of a sudden, the guy hits me up about a year later and says, hey, Dre, I know that you've been involved in network marketing before. I'm involved in this company. Are you looking for an opportunity? Turns out he's in IM, okay? Now, fast forward a year and a half later, not only is he in IM, but now he's on a flyer with 3 of the top educators in IM, and he's actually training as an educator. He's very close to becoming an IM educator himself. And if I would have followed up with him, he would have been on my team. In fact, he said when he first got started, he wished he was on my team because he loved Randy and Wanda and respected them so much. He would have rather have been on that team. But I had told him, hey, no, bro, you grow where you're planted. We don't do that kind of cross recruiting thing here. And he's been able to go on and succeed. But that gentleman could have been on my team if I would have followed up. So following up is really important. The first thing you want to do is you want to be able to follow up immediately after the presentation. Someone sees the presentation, a video, a Zoom, whatever. Don't wait, don't assume, pick up the phone and call them. What did you like best, right? Do you have any questions? All the things that Nafeez is going to teach you, okay? You're going to go ahead and handle the objections. There's only going to be a few objections. Let me just give you a few things that you might be able to use. Most people, when you ask them and they have an objection that they throw out, that's usually the first one is not the real objection. So they might say, hey, listen, I don't really have a lot of time right now. And you can say, hey, listen, bro, I understand, I understand what you're saying there. Great thing is we actually have a program that helps you deal with the time. In addition to that, is there anything else that would prevent you from getting started today? Right? So we have a program that handles their first objection. And in addition to that, is there something else? And that's oftentimes when they'll give you the real objection, and then now you can use some of the trainings that Nafeez has talked about, right? You can also use feel, felt, found, right? When you get to that real objection, whatever it is, you can say, hey, listen, I understand how you feel. I felt the same way. Let me tell you what I found out, okay? I understand how you feel. I felt the same way. Let me tell you what I found out, right? And then make sure that you're asking for the sale, all right? Make sure that you're asking for the sale on the first time after they've seen the presentation. Are you ready to get started with this? Can you see yourself winning here, right? You want to ask for the sale, okay? And then finally, you're going to put them on your list and follow up until they either become a customer or they absolutely tell you, hey, listen, do not ever call me again about this, right? You want to follow up until, and not to be annoying, right? You can have a schedule of follow-ups that makes sense, right? But basically what you're doing is you're just checking in with them to see if circumstances in their life has changed. And if it has changed, maybe, possibly what we have to offer can be a solution for them going forward. Does that make sense? That's what the follow-up. It's not to be annoying. It's to care enough to say that people's lives changed in 6 months. And maybe, just maybe, the solution that we have is the solution for them, but maybe either they forgot or they're too embarrassed to reach out to you or whatever it may be, but maybe you can be that solution for them in the next phase of their life and you cared enough to follow up. That's basically what it means, all right? So the other thing is you want to help your prospects become customers or distributors. What does this basically mean is that oftentimes people need multiple exposures. And oftentimes as a non-professional, as an amateur, someone gives us one objection and we say, okay, and we never follow up with that person again, instead of help move them to the next step. So maybe the first thing that you invited them to was an opportunity overview, okay? They had a few questions, they weren't really sure. Then you invited them to see, one of the trainings on colors. All of a sudden they saw a colors training, right? They still weren't exactly sure if they were ready to get started. Then maybe there was an incredible Facebook Live going on and you put them on that. And then maybe Randy was doing one of his incredible talks on cryptocurrency with or combined with Curtis Cobain, and you put them on that. And then maybe you invited them to Wanda Webb and Randy Webb doing the morning mentorship, or maybe you had them on with Mornings with Nano, or whatever it is, right? You're inviting them to multiple things to get multiple touches in order to help them become a customer, help them have enough information to make a decision, all right? And so, like I said, you want to help them, walk them to a decision. So as you're sitting there in the close, this means you don't give up right away as well. You can ask something like, can you see yourself winning here, right? And then you can ask them some very simple questions, and these are powerful, right? These are really, really powerful. You can ask them, hey, listen, if you were to do this, how much money would you have to make in the next 6 months for this to be worth your time? If you were to do this, how much money would you have to make in the next 6 months for this to be worth your time? And let them give you a total. Now, if you know the person works at McDonald's and they tell you $100,000, you can check them. You can say, hey, bro, have you ever made $100,000 in your life? Right now, what are you making, $2,000 or $3,000 a month, right? So if I could double your income, if we could get to $2,000 to $3,000 a month, wouldn't that be worth your time over the next 6 months if you can grow an income outside of what you're currently doing, right? Like you can check them. In other words, don't let them give you some kind of unrealistic number, okay? But they give you a number, $3,000 a month. I need to make $3,000. If I can make $3,000 a month within the next 6 months, this would be worth my time. How much time per week are you willing to dedicate to that? Right now, you're giving 40, 50 hours a week to your job, and it's not even paying you $3,000 a month. How much time per week would you be willing to dedicate to that, right? And they're going to tell you, I'd be willing to work 4 hours a week, 5 hours a week. You say, excellent. Let me ask you a question. If I could show you over the next 6 months how to make $3,000 a month by working 4 hours a week, and along the way, I can get your fees waived as a customer so you get to do it for free, would you be ready to get started today? If I, would you? All right? If I, would you? Right? The thing that makes that so powerful is they've already given you the answers that are going to get them excited. They've told you how many hours they're willing to invest. They told you what kind of money that they're willing to do. And you're asking them, if I, would you? Does that make sense? You guys excited? All right, let's move on. Helping your new distributor get started right. Okay, we call this a GSR, or getting started right meeting. Every team has a system. Make sure you're following the system of your upline. That's very, 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 very key, okay? Because you want to follow the same system of your upline, because when you guys are duplicating the same thing, it makes for speed to be available. Speed is important in the business, all right? If you're off doing your own thing, then you're off doing your own thing. And trust me, I've veered into that a couple times by accident. And if you ever notice that your upline isn't calling as much anymore and doing stuff, sometimes it's because you're off doing your own thing and you're not doing what they recommend. But because you're in business for yourself, they care enough not to tell you what to do. they can only say, hey, listen, this is what I would do, right? And so what I would recommend doing is that you follow what your upline is doing, okay? And so you want to make sure that you have a system. Go ahead and get yourself a little checklist that says, this is what I do every time I get someone to start it right. The reason is because the person that you started is actually going to do the same thing that you did for them when they get someone started, right? So the faster we can keep this system together is the better, right? So you want to spend at least an hour with them, walking them through, show them the site, talk to them about their goals, etc. Make sure to ask them if they want to build a big business or just be a scholarship student. Now, you notice I didn't say, did you say, do you just want to be a customer or do you want to build a business? I said, be a scholarship student. Care enough about the people to get them on scholarship and know that it's okay. Make that a team norm, right? It's okay, because if you want them to win, you want them to take their $275 a month that they were paying for their education and put that into the market, or put that into crypto, or put that someplace else where they can grow their money rather than pay the fee. And so everybody on our team going forward does what? Gets a scholarship, right? So talk to them that way, okay? And then make sure you book your first 2 meetings for them. The only reason if you guys don't take anything from this, I want you to take this in terms of this part right here. The only reason to have a meeting, there's only one, is to book another meeting. All right? So we call it BAM FAM. Book another meeting from a meeting. The only reason you have a meeting is to book another meeting. So you're looking to book another meeting. From that meeting to book another meeting. And what that means is that's going to allow you to grow from house to house, person to person, building depth in your organization, because where depth and relationships, where relationship stops, your depth's going to stop. And so as you begin to build those relationships by helping people and serving them in their homes and going house to house, your business is going to grow. All right. Lastly, we're talking about promoting events. Now, this is one of the major things that gets you paid. Inviting gets you paid, showing the plan gets you paid, and promoting events gets you paid, okay? These are the money-making skills. Now, all major decisions are made at events. So if you want someone who's sitting on the fence, you want someone to have that breakthrough where they say to themselves, hey, listen, I'm really going to do this. I'm going to go balls to the wall. You can even ask Nafeez. Nafeez went to an event for this company, and it changed everything, right? So all major decisions are made at an event. So you want to promote all events hard. That includes Super Saturdays. That includes Zoom meetings. That includes Desica's trainings. That includes the Academy overview. That includes if Nafeez says, hey, listen, everybody, we're going to go out and we're going to go to the beach in Vancouver, and we're going to watch the sunrise today. It's random, right? But he has a purpose for it, and he wants everybody to succeed. So you have to have some trust in your upline. You want to promote. Now, the big events are actually really big. You want to get as many people to a major function as possible. And the other reason why is you want to get everybody trained at once. How many times have you been the one person to go to an event, and then you come back and everybody on your team wants to know what happened? And now you're training everybody individually, right? But here's the thing. The best way to serve your people is to get them to the event. See, because when they go to the event, they're going to be able to get out of the event what they needed at that time and place. See, both of us can see the same event and have 2 different experiences. Because where I'm at in my business might not be where you're at in your business. Where I'm at in my trading might not be where you're at in your trading. And so because of that, we can have 2 totally different experiences, right? And therefore, I want you to be able to get what you need and not me give you what I needed. See, when I come back and I tell you about the event, I'm telling you what I needed from the event. But that might not be what moves your trading account. So you needed to be at the event so you could get what you needed. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. All right, folks. Basically, I'm done. I probably ran a few minutes over my time. I'm sorry, Nafeez. I tried to keep it as short and tight as possible, but there were 7 skills. There's a lot of stuff going on. But I'm going to go ahead and pass it back to Nafeez or Desica. I don't know who we're passing it back to. I'm going to pass it back to Nafeez. Thank you guys for your time. I hope you guys got a little bit of value on the 7 skills. Go ahead and pick up the book. I think he still has an offer to get it for free, right? So it's not a big deal. Pick up the book. It's a great book to read, as well as the other one is Building an Empire All right, that's another great book to get. But other than that, I pass it back to you, Nafeez.
Awesome. Dre, that training was incredible. No need to apologize for taking that time, man. I think the value was there. Guys, give a shout out to Dre. He's been doing an incredible job, you guys, this morning. You guys show him some love. Give this guy a 777 in the chat box because, of course, he just went over the 7 skills, and he's definitely going to go make 7 figures in this program, you guys. So with that being said, you guys, I want to go ahead and share with you an exciting video. Okay, we are actually going to be releasing this video today, and it's something that you guys could use for marketing. How many of you guys agree? Well, you know what? Forget about it. Let's play the video. You guys tell me what you think of the video next, all right? Let's go.
Welcome to the start of a brilliant future. Ready to turn it on? Here's your power source. It's called the digital currency market. That's right, cryptocurrency. A truly global form of payment that people everywhere are starting to use for everyday purchases. You've heard of Bitcoin. This currency happens to be the highest performing asset class of the decade, trading in a market that's open 24/7, 365 worldwide. It's one of the fastest growing, most disruptive industries on the planet. Here's how you plug into that power source. Home of master educators and expert mentors, where you'll find the strategies needed to master the markets and learn how to take profit. We've put the digital currency market at your fingertips. You'll have full access to real-time market ideas, educational videos, live session with mentors, and powerful strategies from industry masters. You can learn from the best at your own pace. Want new market ideas sent straight to your phone? Done. Want automated algorithms scanning the market for potential setups? We've got you covered. These strategies can help you never miss an opportunity to grow your account. So which engine are you going to power up first? Our expert strategies will help you identify potential reversals in the market, giving you powerful insight and analysis for opportunities to earn. With swing market ideas from our master educators and automated scalping strategies that teach you to identify potential breakouts in the market in lower time frames. Now imagine all that in real-time updates through direct chats with expert DCX master educators. You could even fire up one of the brand new crypto games in Swipecoin. What are you waiting for? This could be your future. Grab it. The power to learn and earn cryptocurrency can be in your hands. The possibilities are limited only to your imagination.
Woo! Was that fire or was that fire, folks? Yo, guys, give a shout out. How do you guys think of that video? If you guys like that video there, if you guys like that little video, how many of you guys would love to post that on your Facebook today and get a bunch of people excited about what is it that you're doing? How many people agree that video right there is going to get people excited to learn more about what it was? Okay, guys, we're going to release that today. Just for you guys that were on today's call, this is going to give you that boom, that power where people are going to ask you, what is it that you're doing, man? That is going to open up the windows for you guys. Again, you only get the sauce when you are a boss and you show up to class, because I'm telling you guys, that's what's up. So guys, listen, we want to go ahead and finish off today's day with just 2 last things. And the first thing I want to do, you guys, is I want to just show some love to all of you guys. We want to go ahead and recognize some of our top students in the program. We want to go ahead and recognize some of our leaderships. So here's what we're going to do. First off, I'm going to start off this. This is the recognition portion of it. If you have already completed your academy in any of the education, I want you to go ahead and put a 111 in the chat box, you guys. We want to go ahead and just show you love. If you've been a part of the academy, you've completed some of the classes, the courses, you're enjoying it, you've already started to digest it, drop a 111 in the chat box, you guys. Congratulations, you guys. These are students that you can see they're taking this opportunity very seriously, and amongst not only educating themselves, they're becoming great leaders amongst other people. So guys, completing that education definitely is a huge aspect of it. All right, let's go to our next category, you guys. How many of you guys have profited off the market in the academy and have made some money? If you guys have made some money off the academy so far, put a 222 in the chat box. Put a 222 in the chat box. if this academy right now is a source of income from you. You've gone from learning it to now applying it, and you're now seeing any results. I mean, guys, it doesn't matter what the result could be. It just matters that you're getting results. So you guys start seeing success. You're seeing trades win. You're seeing profits happen. Incredible, 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 you guys. We really see that this could be a life-changing aspect. Let's go to our third recognition, you guys. Third recognition. How many of you guys have already referred one person to the academy? If you referred at least one person in the academy, drop a 333 in the chat box, you guys, because you can't get to 500 if you don't get to one. You can't get to 5,000 if you don't get to one. You cannot get to the highest level of success if it isn't there. Congratulations to all you guys. You know, the first customer is the biggest customer, you guys. I remember in 40 meetings before I got my first customer. So for those of you guys that have already gotten your customer, you've already jumped ahead of someone like myself. This is incredible that you can go ahead and do this, okay? And this is already there. All right, let's go to number 4. How many of you guys have been able to achieve your 2 and free education? If you've been able to achieve your 2 and free education, put a 444 in the chat box, you guys. We want to go ahead and say incredible job, you guys. You've not only become a great student, but you've referred students to the program and got your education for free. Okay, very, very cool, you guys. That is incredible. You got 2 people that you got to run with you, guide with you, trading with you, making money with you. And this is where you've gotten your education for free. So congratulations for us as leaders. All right, let's start talking about some of our first level. If you were a P150 or you've achieved the level of P150, drop a 5 in the chat box, you guys. If you've been able to achieve the level of P150, and that is something that you've been able to do, drop a 5 in the chat box, you guys. These are our leaders, you guys. We got Mr. Andre English, Mr. Sixto J. Serrano, aka Fast to Freedom. And guys, if there's anybody else, you guys, I know there's a lot more people here. Drop some 5s if you've been able to achieve P150. Doesn't mean that's where you're at right now, but you've been able to get there so that other people know that you've been able to get there as well. Mr. Robert Paddock, incredible. He's on the call. He's been able to, I remember Robert smacking P150 out almost immediately. Mr. Edwin Pender on the call. Incredible, 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 you guys. All right, let's go ahead and talk about the next level. How many of you guys have been able to achieve Platinum 600? That means you're making $600 US every month. You no longer pay the academy. The academy pays you. Drop a 6 in the chat box if you are at a Platinum 600 level and above. Okay, amazing. We got Mr. Andre English, Robert Paddock, Edwin Pender. Congratulations, you guys. Some of these people are from all over the world, you know, from different backgrounds, different walks of life. Incredible, 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 you guys. And I see that we've got someone. Rob, do we have Melanie on the class attending the session here? I see that she is one of our up-and-coming leaders. She has been able to achieve you know, this aspect. Melanie, if you're here, we'd love for you to share your success story. I know you recently just hit Platinum 600 and you're very close to Platinum 1000. We're excited. We'd love to hear your story if you can. Wow, Melanie hit Platinum 600 within 2 weeks. Amazing. Whoa. Okay, Melanie, if you're here, we would love to have you be a great testimony. We'd love for you to share the stage with us, recognizing you for your achievements and all your goals, you guys. We're so proud of you guys. Let's continue on, you guys. If you are a Platinum 1000 on this call, you've been able to achieve the ability to impact and change $1,000 plus trading, put a 777 in the chat box, you guys. Guys, Platinum 1000s are huge in this program. If you know someone who's a Platinum 1000, that person is who you want to stay close to. You want to work with. Someone who's a Platinum 1000 truly is someone that is actually a chairman, in my opinion. They are just in the process of catching up with everything that they're doing as they start to go ahead, okay? So absolutely, you guys, we appreciate you guys getting the chance to get there. We got a couple people on this call that have achieved Platinum 2000. If you've been a Platinum 2000, you've achieved that goal here in the program, you guys. Drop an 888 in the chat box. I know we got a lot of people on this call that are very, very close. And I see we got our main man, Mr. Sixto J. Serrano, who just recently smacked out Platinum 2000. Sixto, congratulations, bro. You really are at this level, guys. Platinum 2000, the leadership and responsibility you have is really big. You're impacting a lot of people, you guys. I know at Platinum 2000, it felt like I was a chairman because at that point in time, everything I was doing was growing and helping other people and impacting people, you guys out. So absolutely is on the call, just having an emergency honor. Okay, awesome. Well, thank you for the update on Melanie. Appreciate you guys. Listen, I know she couldn't speak, but I will have, if we don't mind, if Mr. Sixto Serrano, our Platinum 2000, it is an honor to have him on this call. Six, if you don't mind sharing a little bit of your experience, your ability of going through the academy, anything and everything, go ahead, please, man. Take the minute to share. The floor is yours. Go ahead, my brother.
Awesome. Thanks. Let me see if I get my camera on here. Start. Here we go. Am I on? Is my video?
Yes, you should be good now, bro. You should be good any minute now. Yep.
No video, but we can hear your wonderful voice.
There we go. We can see your video now, bro. Go ahead. You turn your video on.
Oh, awesome. All right. Thanks, Nafeez, for having me on. It has been it's like a roller coaster with any type of business. But when I first got into this, I was a award-winning cinematographer. And when I saw this, I just saw this as an opportunity to do something on the side, part-time. But that dramatically changed for me when COVID-19 hit, and that really stopped the brakes on mostly everyone around the world. And so I had to transition from being a cinematographer, because I was stuck at home now, to create that income that I had lost for that year. And this was the greatest opportunity that was already, in my hands. And I was already doing trading. I was already trading Forex for a year before COVID hit. So I knew how to trade, but I wasn't full-time yet. And so because of that, that's what really pushed me to go full-time. And ever since, I went full-time, I saw, the impact that I could have on other people's lives if I were to share the academy. Now, I'm telling you this because I didn't share the academy with other people for the entire time I was doing this part-time, because I was full-time doing my freelance cinematography, working for myself. And so that was over a year that I kept this to myself. And so because of the success I was having as a full-time trader, I knew that this was something that I had to share with other people. And so I just started, doing training videos and posting, what I'm doing to create another stream of income online, because one of the important things that we've all figured out is that if you lose your job, I mean, especially if you're stuck at home, if you're locked inside your house and you can't really go out, what are you gonna do? So the entire world, let me just say, the business of online entrepreneurship and learning ways on how to make money online was like the #1 search on Google, or on YouTube or anything like that. So this was one of the greatest things that has been presented to people from all over the world, that you can study from the academy, and they will take you from A to Z and teach you how to become a profitable trader. Now, it's not, I'm not going to say it's easy, but it does take time, but you get what you put in. So let me just tell you, since I wasn't working, I put a whole lot in. I put a whole lot of my time, my investments, into this academy, and to learning the skill set in order to be profitable and become a full-time trader. Now, ever since I became full-time trader, I don't really see the need to go back to cinematography. Yes, I love cinematography, but I also love spending time with my family. and taking care of my family and the people around me and the people that I love. And cinematography took a lot of my time away. And time is something that I don't get back. And what and so with that being said, I'll end it right there. Thank you, Nafeez, for having me.
Oh, it's such a pleasure, man. So your story is one of the most inspiring stories with so many of the thousands of stories that we have. But the fact that, you know, you were put in a position where your back was up against the wall, you became an incredible trader. Everybody at the Academy knows who Fast to Freedom is. Look at the hat, you guys. Man, when can I get a hat? Where do I buy a hat from? Okay, so send me the link. Okay, I'm gonna get that right now. But listen, guys, we just want to give you guys recognition across the board. If we have more time, we definitely would love for you guys to share your stories. But when you get a chance to find out about people like Sixto, that story is incredible. Student for 14 months, learned how to trade, making a full-time income to replace his job by taking the opportunity seriously. And then started to make an impact on other people because he saw the value of the program and to do this. And I think one of the key elements of success is when you start to see the value in the program and how it can impact your life, and then you can impact other people's lives. So Six, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Listen, guys, we're going to wrap up today, and I want to just finish off tonight by telling you a little bit about our schedule, upcoming, and everything that's going on. And I want you guys to know that there's going to be so much more. Okay. Oh, we got Melanie here. Perfect. I wasn't sure where she was. I would love Miss Melanie to quickly share with us a little bit about herself. Miss Melanie, we are so excited. We are so excited to hear about your success. You've been an absolute beast coming in the program, hitting platinum 600 in 2 weeks. Miss Melanie, if you can go ahead and share your story real quick, we'd love to have you before we go ahead and go into their next part of the training.
Not sure if you guys can hear me or if I'm trying to figure out. Okay, perfect. I was just trying to figure out a way to get my video to show up because it always shows up and it's not showing up right now. So I'm not too sure why that is. But
hang on a second here. I think I'll be able to help you out here. And there you go. You can turn on your video now. Go ahead.
I won't be able to turn on my face, unfortunately, right now because of the fact that I have a leak in my condo. So I'm just cleaning up a flood, so I apologize about that. But basically, I didn't do anything other than just take action. I do believe in applied action and also thoughts. So your thoughts actually control every single thing in your life. So if you have thoughts of I can and I will, then you will. So I'm a certified Bob Proctor coach. My name is Melanie. And I have a webinar series on Thursday nights, which is all about building community and helping people, planet, and of course, building prosperity. And how I was able to do this was I had Robert come on as a guest speaker on the podcast, and he was able to share his story about how opportunity, and then he just shared it. And because of the success that we've been having with the webinar series lately, it's almost like birds of a feather flock together. People want to be around people that are winning at the game of life. They want to be around people that are achieving and that are successful and that are positive. That's just basically my success strategy. Stick around people that you want to become more like. And if they're richer and smarter than you, there's got to be a reason why. And so this is all I did was I just basically got people onto a webinar with Robert. Robert basically told them about his success with trading and with the Academy. And within about just a few days, I think 21 people signed up. Now, wow. we are just trying to repeat that formula, and how we can duplicate and replicate and duplicate and replicate is by doing what worked. So letting go of what doesn't work, going with what works, and watching the magic unfold. Sometimes I find everything is energy. So if your energy's off, or if you're having a bad day, or if you need to take time for self-care, you've got to attend to yourself so that your energy can be this vortex of manifesting things to you. Listening to these meditations called I Am on the internet, I am positive, I am grateful, I am abundant, I am God's creation. All of those kinds of things are great at what's called resetting the subconscious mind and reprogramming the mind. And then especially if you weren't coming from these kinds of thoughts in your early days on the planet, a lot of us have had very rocky childhoods, and it's hard to reprogram your brain. Your brain is like a muscle, just like everything else in your life. And so what you feed your brain will be your destiny. So your destiny will be the exact equivalent of your thoughts. And so you have to constantly work, but also thoughts. Yeah, but thoughts are not going to make things happen. Let's face it. You've got to do the work. You've got to put the time into a goal. So what I wrote down was, in my goal book, I want $10,000 passive income a month, and I want to achieve this in 90 days. So I have that clearly written down, and Bob Proctor teaches that don't go through life without a goal card. Bob Proctor, world-renowned coach, business coach, mentor, and Sandy Gallagher teach this in their teachings. And anything that Bob Proctor's got his hands on, it's got to be good, because he's not going to falter in his multi-billion-dollar enterprise for just anything. So seeing Bob Proctor on this program gave me faith that this is where I was heading. This opportunity found me at the perfect time. It was almost like when you get in the right car, team, and I couldn't ask for a better team. Every single person on our team is positive, is very open to change, and also is sincerely cares about the other members of their team and wanting their success just as much as their own. So that's all I really have to say. And I just want to say thank you for this call today. I've been listening to it while I've been cleaning up my apartment, and it's been a fantastic day. So thank you all to everyone on here, and I'm wishing everyone massive success in their life in 2021, because there's still a really good chunk of the year left, and I really think that we can make amazing things happen. That's all I've got to say.
Congratulations, Melanie, on your success. We can see why you are going to be a phenomenal leader here in the program. We're so excited to have you, and it's an honor to be having you a part of the team and everything. So with that being said, you guys, let's go ahead and end off today's call. I want to go ahead and just end it off with just giving you guys an insight on what's next. What can you plan on plugging into? Where can we go? What it is? Can you guys see my screen? Drake, can you see my screen, bro? If you guys could see the screen, let me know.
Yes.
Awesome. Okay, guys. So listen, this is not the end all be all of our week. As Andre was mentioning, guys, we have a jam-packed month of July still to go. And every month as a team, we release a full calendar set of trainings, from IBO trainings on how to build the business, breaking down some of the skills in depth and practicing and making sure we teach you how to overcome your fears, get over your limiting beliefs, practice, get you just absolutely, on point when it comes to building the business, to so many more topics. As you can, Andre had mentioned, today is the 17th, the Super Saturday. Tomorrow will be our colors training. You do not want to miss this for anybody that's getting into the FRX stage. This is the most incredible strategy that we've been able to produce here in the program for anybody, intermediate, advanced, and beginner students. And the training is going to go on, and much, much more. This schedule, guys, if you don't know where to find it, ask your mentors. They'll add you to the group so you guys can get a hold of it. And we're going to cover these topics throughout the month. Our next Super Saturday training will be at the end of the month. And again, you guys, we're excited to doing not only everything we've done today, but having more professional speakers and traders do this. Unfortunately, today, Mr. Justin Sandy had his father having an issue, and we definitely could not be more thankful for him taking the time to do this, but we understand something happened with him, his family. So I know he's going to reschedule with me, and we look forward to us having a very, very special call with Mr. Justin Sandy again. But guys, this schedule is where you want to plug into. And if you're plugged into the schedule, this is the incredible part. It only takes an hour, 2 hours, maybe max, to be in a session that's going to help you become a multimillionaire, somebody that's going to become a six-figure. When you're around successful people, all you need to do is make sure you're in the room. Make sure you're accessing the same information. Make sure you're understanding the same thinking that they're having, so that you can go ahead and benefit for it from yourself. So with that being said, here's what I want to just finish off by telling you guys. not only is it important for you to understand that these events are designed to help you get to the next level, but really, guys, here's what I'll tell you. It's not just for yourself. It's for everybody that it's going to impact. See, guys, I wouldn't have known on February 2019 when I was starting the academy by myself that it was going to change so many people's lives. See, here's the thing that I want you to know. Everything in this program, everything in what we're doing, everything in life comes down to one specific event. One specific event that happens in your life that will completely change your life forever. And it's when you are seeking this event that you will seek the change that you desire. And let me give you an example. This is how big the impact is, okay? See, today, you guys, I have a team of over 1,000 people in the program, okay? And you can go ahead and literally see that we've had a lot of success from getting a chance to be able to impact other people. Now, guys, here's what I want you to know. I've had a chance to impact over 1,000 people in the program, people that you heard from on this call that had the success it is. But I want you to understand something. It wasn't me that changed their life. It was only one thing that I did that changed the opportunity. And I'm so grateful for it. It was in February 2019 that after I had got started in the academy, I had gone to a corporate event. And when I went to the corporate event, when I went to the corporate training, I got a chance to meet the educators, see the owner, see the other chairman of the program, and get educated from them. I was in a situation in my life that I desired change so much. I was making good money, but I was completely broke at that time. And at that point in time, when I came back and I had made a decision, I started building the business, and then I became a chairman within 6 months. But guys, I want to just forget about my story because that was just one piece of the puzzle. I really thank Mr. Randy and Wanda Webb, because Mr. Randy and Wanda Webb, if they in 2017 did not go to a company corporate event, I would not exist. All of us would not exist. None of us would know about this opportunity, nor would we be involved, nor would we have the opportunity to even have success in it. See, a leader is not someone that's just thinking about themselves, but there's someone that thinks about other people. And your actions to attend, your actions to learn, your actions to participate and go to the major training and trading events, whether it be on Zoom, that's the easiest. But when it's live in person, guys, you got to give your own money to invest in your own self to get to where it is. And guys, here's the craziest thing. If Randy and Wanda had never gone to the event, I would have still been in debt, still in broke. My mom would not be retired. I would not be able to have some of my dreams come true. And let alone that, just for me, let alone all the people Randy and Wanda have been able to impact, like many of you guys on this call. But I think about it even further. See, Randy and Wanda wouldn't have existed if Miss Dr. Kathy Kirkland never went to her first event. Miss Dr. Kathy Kirkland has been in the academy for several years now. I think it's about like 6-7 years now. She was one of the very first African-American women to become an educator of the platform. She is an 8-figure trader. She was a doctor. She had degrees. She had all the success that you would see on paper, but her life was struggling completely. She found the academy through her good friend. And when she went to that event, that's what decided to make her have the decision of, this is what I'm going to do for the rest of my life. And that completely changed not only Randy and Wanda's life, but that changed my life. That changed everybody's life. But it goes even further. See, Dr. Kathy Kirkland has a good friend of hers named Dr. Joelle Tanker. If Dr. Joelle Tanker did not go to her first event, none of us would exist. But it goes even further. Above that is Miss Tamara and Lawrence Young. Those guys, you guys, are Chairman 50s in our group as well. If they didn't get started, they would have never sponsored Joelle, would have never sponsored Dr. Kathy Kirkland, would have never sponsored Randy and Wanda, who would have never sponsored me, would have never been you guys and all this aspect of this. So guys, it goes all the way up. So here's what I want to understand. Today, you see that this chain of reaction, this chain of making a decision had made an impact on so many people's lives. You and the decisions you make and the training and the events that you decide to take and take action in. Nobody should tell you to do this. Nobody told me, Nafeez, you got to go to the event. because I already understood the importance of education, mentorship, and guidance. I already knew the importance of proximity, to be around these people, to build a relationship, get a chance to meet them, let them know who I am and learn who they are, and get a chance to do this. But guys, today moving forward, I want to just remind you that your decision is going to impact hundreds of people's lives, dozens of people's lives, thousands of people's lives. Your impact of your ability to attend today's class was one incredible step forward. See, it doesn't matter how many people were on this call or how many people were not on this call. Here's what it's going to make you realize: what you got to do to get to that next level. And by making the decision to show up, show out, and continue forward, guys, success is not something that can ever be denied. My mentor said this a long time ago. Success is a choice, and you need to make that choice every single day until you've achieved your goals. And this program, you guys, allow on our next training call. I cannot wait for you to be able to win so much more in success and in life. And here's what we're more excited about. We are going to have some upcoming training events happening all over the world. And since some of you guys are all over the world, if you have the opportunity to attend, don't even question it. Go to it. It changes your life. It is going to ground and secure you in understanding the path that you need to lead on. And if you attend and you want to be like one of the greatest leaders that we have, some of the great leaders that we have, you must be someone that is constantly growing in yourself and leading others to grow as well. So with that being said, I just want to say thank you all for taking the time to be here. We appreciate all you guys. And thank you for attending this Super Saturday training. I want to give a big shout out to all of our speakers today. I want to give a big shout out to Dre for incredibly taking the time last night to put together the slides to talk about some of the 7 skills. And guys, we are looking forward for you guys attending tomorrow's colors training and academy overview. We will be doing this, you guys, and plug into the system. With that being said, we just want to say we love you, family. We thank you so much for being there. We wish for you nothing for success and help. And if there's anything we can do to serve you, help you, or guide you with anything, you guys, please, please, please take the time to ask. We're a phone call away, and we're willing to do what it takes to help you achieve your goals and dreams. Have an amazing day, you guys. Go conquer today. Go out there and make today as absolutely as productive as possible. And we look forward to celebrating your success on our next Super Saturday training call, which is coming up at the end of the month. So guys, have an amazing day. God bless, and we'll see you guys soon. But goodbye, guys.